Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. In today's session, we shall be discussing about resonance in case of aniline. Aniline is an aromatic compound which comprises of a benzene ring attached to a NH2 group or an amine group. The IUPAC name of aniline would be phenylamine. The nitrogen atom of the amine group would have a lone pair of electrons present on it. Now, let us see the resonance in case of aniline step by step. So here we have the lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen atom of the amine group. So in the first step, the lone pair of electrons gets involved to form a double bond between the nitrogen of the amine group and the carbon atom of the benzene ring. This would force the electrons involved in the carbon-carbon double bond to move on to the adjacent carbon atom. Thus, we have seen that there is a formation of double bond between carbon of the benzene ring and the nitrogen of the amine group. But as the nitrogen atom previously had a lone pair of electrons, and now that the lone pair of electrons has been involved in forming a bond between nitrogen and carbon atom, this leaves behind a positive charge on the nitrogen atom. As we have seen, the electrons involved in the carbon-carbon double bond have now shifted onto the adjacent carbon atom. That would leave a negative charge on the adjacent carbon atom. But the other two bonds of the ring remain unaltered. The next step would involve the entry of the negative charge back into the ring, forcing the electrons involved in carbon-carbon double bond to shift to the adjacent carbon atom again. Clearly, there is no effect on the previously existing carbon-carbon double bond which was present here. There is no effect on the double bond between nitrogen of the amine group and the carbon of the benzene ring. As a result, the positive charge on the nitrogen atom remains unaltered, and a new negative charge is formed onto this carbon. But we also saw that a new carbon-carbon double bond was formed here. The next step would involve the movement of negative charge on this carbon atom back into the ring, forcing the electrons involved in the carbon-carbon double bond to shift onto the adjacent carbon. Clearly, this double bond has not been altered and there is no change onto the double bond between the nitrogen of the amine group and the carbon of the benzene ring. As a result, there would be no change in the positive charge present on the nitrogen atom. A new negative charge has formed here and a new double bond between the two carbons has been established here due to the movement of electrons back into the ring. The last step is a very interesting step. We observe that the negative charge moves back to the ring, and as there is double bond present between the carbon atom and the nitrogen atom over here, the electrons forming the double bond between carbon and nitrogen atoms are forced to move back to their original state as lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. So this is how resonance occurs in case of aniline molecule. These three structures were present as intermediate stages between the first and the final resonance structure of aniline. If we count the number of charges present on these structures, we can see that there is one positive charge, one positive charge, and one positive charge. The number of negative charges in case of each molecule would also be 1, 1, and 1. Let us now assign the signs to these charges: +1 and -1 to the negative charges. Now, when I find the sum of charges, which would give me the net charge of each of these molecules, I would get 0 in each case. 0 is the net charge present on the first and last structures of aniline as well. Thus, we can say that the net charge of a molecule is always conserved, which means the sum of all the positive and negative charges across all the resonance structures of a given molecule is always the same. These are the first and last resonance structures of aniline that we observe. Now, let us combine these both structures. We can see that there is another ring formed within the benzene ring. This is represented using a circle, which shows that the bonds are in continuous conjugation with each other and form a closed ring of electrons within the benzene ring. That's all for today's session. I hope you all learned something new from today's session. Do like, comment and share this video if you learned something new today. Thank you.